For the last few years, I've been doing what I call a life admin day. Every once in a while, I brain dump a bunch of tasks that I've been avoiding, that feel annoying, that are really little and small, but just sit in the back of your mind. And I try to get as many of those tasks done as I can in a day or two. In this life admin day, I actually kicked off the night before by prepping for my life admin day and just creating a generally clean slate. It is Friday night, and Friday feels just like a good day to create a really clean slate as a favor for my future self. So we're gonna start by emptying my email inbox and emptying my physical inbox. So I am an inbox zero girly. I can't keep up with it every single day, but I usually like to at least once a week get my inbox down to zero. Nothing feels better than knowing that you have no emails to respond to. My email inbox, stunning. There's 2 emails in there. One is an email that I sent to myself to help myself answer emails, and the second one are some tickets for something I'm going to on Sunday. That took me like so little time as well. For some reason I was really dreading that, and it was like that. Ugh, that makes me feel good. Now I want to tackle this inbox. It's just become my junk drawer. Both of my inboxes empty, just about. The next thing that I'm gonna do is the quick dump journaling exercise on intention. I just want to get every single to-do that's sitting in my mind in my Notion ready for my life admin day. This is all the stuff that came out of my brain. To wind down my night, I did a class on Skillshare called One Line Drawing, Cultivate Calm and Creativity with On-Trend Illustrations. This was just like a super soothing way to get myself in more of a it's time for bed mindset. Skillshare is a sponsor of today's video, but we'll talk about them later. So I kicked off my life admin day with a little hot girl walk. I've been loving going on a long walk of a morning lately. I call them my creator walks because I like to pick something that I really want to create in my life and then think about it throughout my walk. When I got home from my walk, I was actually feeling really demotivated. Not in terms of life, but in terms of doing all the stuff that I know I need to do. So tidied up my office, I tidied up the kitchen. I think tidying is a really good way to sort of get yourself started for the day. It makes you feel like you're accomplishing something, and the results of what you're accomplishing are super visible. So my first task that I actually want to do is messaging my friend Jade and booking in a clay date. She bought me this cute crocked set for my birthday. They basically send you a bunch of clay, and then they have a bunch of tutorials on how you can use that clay, and you can like have a little clay date with a friend. So I'm gonna message her and I'm gonna organize a date when we can do our clay situation. That was an easy starter. The next thing on my list that I don't really feel like doing is replacing the battery in the AirTag on my keys. So we're supposed to press down on this and rotate, but maybe it... I did it! Okay, I found this, which looks like the same battery, and it is the same battery. It made a noise. It's working. The main life admin task that I really feel like doing is actually hemming a bunch of skirts. I have a bunch of skirts that I'm not wearing right now because they're not really the right length. They're maxi skirts, and I'm not really a maxi skirt girl. And it feels like when I hem them, it'll be like I'm getting a bunch of free clothes. I think that's girl math. I have to get cotton. I want to get some threading needles. Before I picked up my cotton and my needles, I wanted to go to the library to get some other life admin tasks done. I have 3 books to return, and this one I spilled my decaf coffee on. Funnily, it's called Conscious Luck, and when I spilled my coffee I was like, well, that's not very lucky, but then I was like, you know what, maybe I'm meant to keep this book. And I need to renew my library card. Apparently, I think you need to do that every single year. I got my new library card and I paid for the book that I spilled coffee on. But the lady was so nice. She was like, this book's $21, but I'm gonna take it down to, how about $11? That actually feels like a weight has been lifted. After that, I went to Spotlight. I picked up my thread that I want to use to hem my skirts. I'm home, I have my supplies. So these are all the skirts that I need to hem. You might be thinking that they do kind of look the same, but they are slight variations. Before I got started on my skirts, I did some more of my hand-drawn one-line illustrations using my Skillshare class, because honestly doing this is actually really soothing once you kind of get into the flow of it. This video is sponsored by Skillshare, an online learning community with thousands of classes in literally everything. Right now you're watching me do the class called One Line Drawing, Cultivate Calm and Creativity with On-Trend Illustrations. I'm in my creative era, so that's where I'm leaning, but you might be in your I want to upskill and up level in my job era, in which case Skillshare has classes on UI UX, entrepreneurship, marketing, photography, how to start a side hustle. You could learn to edit videos and become a video editor using Skillshare. But alongside that, they also have creative classes on watercoloring, journaling, productivity. Quite literally anything you want to learn, you can learn it on Skillshare, and all of the classes are very much actionable. They're super hands-on. Every single class has activities that you do that help you to implement the learnings. The current Skillshare offer is so good. If you're thinking about signing up to Skillshare, I would sign up now. The first 500 people to use my link down in the description below will get access to 30 days for free and 40% off of your first year of Skillshare membership. 30 days free and 40% off of your first year on Skillshare. Click my link down in the description below to sign up and get started. I'll have a few of my favorite classes listed down in the description below too. Got all the skirts in front of me and realizing that this is like a whole afternoon project, not like a segment of a life admin day. Okay, let's get going. I started working on my skirts with high hopes, but it wasn't long until I realized that I'd just been too ambitious. I forgot that sewing like makes me angry. I was like, this is gonna be so simple and easy. Turns out it was a circle skirt. So then I was Googling how to hem a circle skirt and that went on forever. Anyways, in 2 hours, I've like cut half of a skirt. That's all that has happened. And I really thought, yeah, like solid chance I could get all those skirts done in the afternoon. I've got half a skirt cut, half a skirt. Who knew that hemming some skirts would bring out so much inner rage? So this afternoon was not as productive as I wanted it to be. Like, it was frustrating and annoying and I didn't get anything done is what I mean by that. But also, that happens. I'm feeling okay about it now. I was gonna continue on and just do more life admin tasks during the night, but I forgot that I had told Luke that we were gonna do a movie night. What I'm gonna do for now is I'm going to clean my space, just reset my room entirely so that it doesn't look like the miserable mess that it is, and we're getting back on our life admin game tomorrow. My life admin afternoon, not so successful, but we're continuing on. And the first thing I'm gonna do is take those skirts to an alterations place. I ended up going into the alterations place with a bag of skirts that were ready to be hemmed. And I think this is one of those things where like, it really is just more productive sometimes to let other people do things for you. Like, trying to get one done took me a whole afternoon, a whole lot of frustration. So it definitely felt worth it for me to drop it off to an alterations place. When I got home, I wanted to get some quick ticks out of the way, so I tried to book in my service. I actually did book this in a while ago, but I accidentally booked it for when I was in Bali, so I had to cancel it. This is me booking it again. I also booked in to get my brows done because I direly needed to be done, and I also booked in a hair appointment. Also really needed to be done. The next thing I'm doing is focusing on this side of the room. I want to set up that aircon. It really is that time of year. And I also just want to generally tidy up this space. I've tidied this up in a life admin day before, but it's one of those things, you know, it needs constant maintenance. Okay, all I really did here was straighten some things up, but it feels better. And that's the main thing. In my head, I think of it as like an ordeal to clean this up, but based on that, it isn't at all. So I have my aircon unit in here. I just need to go grab like the big pumpy thing. She's set up. I have my old iPhone that I've been hanging on to for a hot second that I don't really need, so I'm going to charge it up, I'm going to reset it, and I'm going to sell it on Facebook Marketplace. So first step is actually charging it because I want to get rid of everything on the phone. Okay, my iPhone is up on Facebook Marketplace. It's always good to get stuff up on Facebook Marketplace, but actually getting things sold on Facebook Marketplace is like a whole nother thing. People on Facebook Marketplace suck. I'm really just hoping someone immediately messages me and wants to pick it up like this afternoon and actually follows through. The next thing I want to do is, oh my gosh, clear out this drawer. It's now getting properly warm, so whenever I work out or whenever I go on a walk, I'm wearing my short leggings, and I don't really have enough room for my long leggings and my short leggings in that one drawer. So as you can see, it's been overstuffed, so it's making it really hard to just grab stuff. I have a container underneath my bed where I store all of my winter stuff for most of the year. So I'm gonna empty this drawer of all of the long leggings, put them in the container, and my drawer is gonna be so nice and tidy and easy to use. Top. Shorts. So much space, so easy to just grab things. I'm actually going to do the same with this drawer, which is also stuffed to the brim because it's got all of my winter and my summer pajamas in it. I put all of my winter workout gear under my bed, and I also ended up getting a bunch of my jumpers and stuff that I still had out, as well as my thermals and pajamas, and I also put all of that in storage, which just makes my drawers so much easier to open and close, and getting dressed is going to be so much easier now that I've made this change. Once again, just like a little annoying task that I could put off for quite literally up until winter next year, if you gave me half a chance. After that, I ordered all of my groceries online, which is not really a live admin task, kind of just like a weekly admin task, but it felt really good to get done. I also popped into the local pharmacy and I grabbed some replacement iron tablets that I desperately needed. I'm still trying to get my iron up. It's a lifelong mission. While I was there, I also grabbed some nail polish remover. and bits and bobs so that I could remove these grotty nails. These are builder in a bottle nails, and usually I go back to the nail salon and they take them off for me and then they put on new ones. But I kind of want to try and do my nails at home. But firstly, I need to remove these nails. So I'm going to do what they usually do at the nail salon, which is aluminium, some cotton buds. I was able to soak off the nails that I had with a little bit of time. I listened to an audiobook to keep myself entertained since I couldn't really do much else. And then I filed, buffed, and painted my nails. So I have a like fluoro pink orangey nails, which wasn't the plan. The color was supposed to look like this. This is the situation. I painted them pretty poorly, but this is my first time trying. I usually pay about $80 to go and get builder in a bottle done at the store, and I really don't like going to the nail salon either. Like, I don't enjoy the experience of it. This may not seem like a life admin day task, but I really need to get myself to use this stuff. I've had the actual polish for ages, and I've had a nail lamp for probably like 3 months. Now that I've used it, I feel like I will use it again, but it takes using it that first time. That's always like the hardest thing. Someone gets me. After I got my nails done, I wanted to buy a no door knockers sign. We get so many door knockers at our house, and I hate having to turn them down. I feel so rude. And I saw on this TikTok 2 religious people going up to a door, and then they saw a sign saying no solicitors, and they were both just like, oh, and they asked so nicely, like, we're gonna leave, and they didn't knock on the door, and I was like, maybe that actually works. So I'm ordering one from Amazon. I'm putting it at my door. That would just be such a life improvement to not have to deal with door knockers, because they're like a semi-regular part of my life. I'll let you know. We'll see how it goes. Then I got dressed into warm clothes and I tidied up my desk, my room, put away my dishes, made everything feel super fresh. Our doorway had become such a mess in the last like month or so, so I wanted to sort that out, make it feel a little more calm and a little easier and nicer to use. I also cleared out my fridge ready for the groceries that I had ordered the next day with the help of my nieces.
Yeah! What's happening up here? I wrote it! Yeah.
My phone is gone. A lady came and picked it up night of. I didn't get a crazy amount done, but all the stuff that I did get done, I'm so stoked about. My skirts are getting hemmed. I booked in my service. I finally tried my nail stuff and it's pretty good. My AirTag on my phone is working. I've done so many favors for my future self, and even just like cleaning out the fridge just then feels so good. If this kind of video inspires you and you're like, I just want to watch this in the background while I do my own life admin day because it keeps me motivated, you can definitely do that because I have a whole playlist of life admin day videos. I'm gonna have that link down below as well as on the screen. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you soon.